こんにちは、ポポです。スイッチのダウンロード版シャーロックホームズ、クライムズ&パニッシュメンツ第2章までなんとか英語版で完結しましたので、第3章、ブラッドバス、血の浴室も英語版でプレイしていきます。おお。
Holmes, what happened?
I feel deathly.
死にそうな顔
And
してる。
you look it. Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits.
おお。ホームズの診察をするのね。瞳孔。
The pupil is dilated.
瞳孔が開いちゃってる。これか。おでこ。
The temperature appears to be normal.
熱はない。脈拍を測る。
I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats.
A ボタンでストップウォッチをスタート。カウンティングだ。
I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats.
そういうことか。
A weak pulse, around 50 beats per minute.
1分で50回。確かに脈拍が遅すぎる。
But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now. Please.
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
A good day, Inspector.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one. We have brought in 2 young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the bath, but, what?
As I said,
And they were tied together.
you are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
The Oceanic. Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes. And these 2 young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested in politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
急に元気になったからワトソン動揺しまくり。こっちもびっくりしたわ。2つレストレードが事件を持ってきて、1つは若い銀行家の青年たちがテムズ川で発見されて、多分ロマンティックとか言ってたからゲイのカップルで、この時代だから心中しようとしたのかな。そっちは政治絡みだから 興味ないって言って、もう一個の殺人事件の方、凶器が見つかってなくて、ローマ式のお風呂が関係している方をやろうっていう状態かな。でその前にホームズが具合悪そうだったのは、ちょっと知らない単語があったからささっと調べたら、人の名前じゃなくって、なんだろう、毒人参と朝鮮朝顔だから、自分で実験して死にかけちゃったのかな。でワトソンが、もし僕が帰ってこなかったらどうなってたと思うんだって言ったら、まあ帰ってくると思ってたよって感じでしたね。さて、ジョインレストレード、現場でレストレードと合流する。なるほど。式なんだこれ。
What a beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry.
スチームバスだからサウナにまだ遺体があるから、ここで待ってるけど早くしてね。容疑者は
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the city council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, we shall see.
もう決めつけてるし。凶器は
You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All three witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see.
3人の容疑者と被害者はサウナに閉じ込められてて、レストレードたちが来て鍵を開けるまでそのままだった。
Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes, a Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called the police. He'll be able to give you more details.
ほな、先になんか見に行った方がいいのかな、急げって言ってたから。でもこっちから行くか。あれ
Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
何が先に確認しよう。ここじゃなかったのか。ちょっと待って、これ何とね、やってるノリの効いた襟なのかな。なんだっけ、バスチディアス、几帳面。耳が赤い。髪を自分でハサミで切ってるってこと？シャイニーボタン、ピカピカのボタン、マンチェスターシティ、 そしてこれだ。例えばないです。1894年の10月9日7時半郵便局。テレグラムか。何があったんですか？
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night.
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentlemen had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
The steam room.
Yeah. ここは更衣室なのかな?
Good Lord, Holmes.
Ah, death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that.
まずはこれを調べるか。
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large.
傷からはこんなに出なそうってことなのかな。そうなのか。
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
右目から脳まで貫通してるから即死だったでしょうと。
Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample.
土かなんかついてる。
Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session.
中に入る前に指輪を外した。
Well, death is very recent, between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
亡くなったのは30分から1時間くらい前。
I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry, or he is an artist, or a ghost, or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous. Do you know that?
まあ、密室で殺人をするなんてなんでだろうねって言われて、犯人は急いでたか芸術家なのか、もしくは幽霊かで、それとなんだろう、ホームズがここに来るように仕向けたのかもみたいなことで、あとそのなんだ後者だろうね、君は馬鹿げてる、分かってるかいみたいなことを言ってたような気がする。
I should check this blood sample at Baker Street.
ああ、なるほど。後でなんだっけ、分析する。あれ選べない。あるか。
This key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
凶器を見つけようってことだね。じゃあ次。そうだね、この辺2つか。この2つはベーカーストリートに戻らないといけない。アラン・フィリップス。この子はまあ何度も間違えちゃう。ああ、そっか。朝電話を打ってるのか。6時半に来てたの格好のまま。この人が考古学者なのかな。
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
確かにね、タオル巻いたまま話したくないよね。この人がここの支配人。
I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
じゃあこのちょっとお腹出てる人がフロトンタオル。フラトンタオル。
Blood traces wiped on the towel.
手で。
It's horrible. So Rodney, he's dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else?
本当だよね。他のとこで話したいよね。
I found him. I touched his shoulder, thinking that he was just asleep.
ああ、この人が見つけて寝てるのかと思って肩を触った。いやでもあんな血だまりあるのに寝てるって思うよね。怪しい。
The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme.
熱々になって、あ、これ怪しく。
It is too hot. I cannot reach into it.
そうだよね。
I will need something to cup this melted metal.
これを取るための道具が必要なんだ。アイテムリクワイヤード。なるほど。なんかメガネ。
One lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier.
暑さで割れちゃった。
These lenses are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted.
なんとかってなんだろう。でも近視用っぽい。
G. Newell and Sons, Steam Specialists, Seattle, WA. With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
違う。こういうことか。待って、もう一回。こっち側しか見てないよ。湯気で指紋でも起き上がったのかと思った。
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
ガールの状態で。やばい。全然見えないじゃん。全然前が見えないよってことを言いたいのか。なるほどなるほど。あった。だからすぐこれ危ない。元に戻しちゃっていいと。
Mr. Holmes?
で、更衣室に、着替えが置いてある。
These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room.
こっちが考古学者っぽいよ。
Clothes belonging to one of the suspects.
綺麗に畳んであるね。あれ？トッチョさんのどこ行っちゃったの？これかい？
Expensive clothes belonging to one of the men from the steam room.
あれ？全部で4人いたのに3つしか服がない。あ、見落としてる？これタオルだよね。いや、なんで？盗まれたのかもしかして。
An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled. Champagne for a special occasion. Unopened. It was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session.
開けられてはいない。それか被害者の服はもう持ってっちゃったのか。いや、何も触ってないって言ってたよな。
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
その方がいいね。No objection.
None, Lestrade.
後で話はスコットランドヤードで聞きましょうと。この子に話を聞かないといかん。サウナの鍵。
How many people have keys to the steam room?
We have just the one key for now, which Sir Gregory gave to me.
So, this morning you opened the steam room, and then?
I put the key inside my desk, but when they called, I couldn't find it. It had disappeared. I don't know where it is.
Did you leave the baths at any time, or receive any visitors?
No, sir, I did not.
嘘をついてるぞ。モーニングテレグラム。テレグラムだ。
An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled.
サウナの鍵。 An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled. サウナの鍵。 An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled. サウナの鍵。 An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled. サウナの鍵。 An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled.
You are not telling the truth, Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning, and you went to the post office, where you dispatched a telegram at around 7:30.
But how could you... No,
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's I'll tell you everything. I left the baths at 7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she needed a reply, or our mother is unwell. I was away for 20 minutes, and I closed the baths on my way out.
Did you receive a reply from your sister?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform so that she could pay for the medication.
Did you check to see if the key was still in your desk when you returned?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see.
お姉さんか妹からお母さんの具合が悪いから連絡くれって言われて返事を書いたけど、お姉さんからは返事がない。もしかしたら罠だったかもしれないのかな。で、お金に関しては、学校の制服を質に入れたらって返事したのかな。誰がシャンペーン持ってきたの？
There is a bottle of champagne on ice in the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention. Do you believe that it's important?
シャンペーンについては知らない。電報時に行ったのが、なんだっけ、7時半ぐらいかな。で、鍵は机の中に入れといたけど、見当たらない。でも、出かけるときには、鍵はかけた。で、戻ってきたときには確認してない。だから、シャンペーンが置かれたのは気づかなかったって言ってたけど、彼が出かけた後だったからなのかな。ちょっとまだ全然その辺はわからないと。その辺は他に調べられるのかな。ないかな。なんて書いてあるの？あ、調べられない。多分行かれない。はい。ってことは、一旦ベーカーストリートに戻って、あれなんか出てる？Belonging of the victim って書いてある。スコットランドヤードに置いてある。スコットランドヤードには行かなきゃいけないけど、でも先に調べといた方が話が早そうだな。ついでにこっちも一応見とこうか。なんか来てる。あ、これは前の話のやつかな。マイクロフト。そっか、前回のやつマイクロフトに頼まないで逮捕する方法にしちゃったから、なんてことしてくれたんだって思ってる。新聞を読んでないのか。マイクロフトに頼む方にした方が良かったのかな。 ちは別に。
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
新聞のことに言及してたけど特にない。あ、ワンちゃん今日はこっちにいるの？
On the sofa for the third time today. Well, don't be surprised if Watson sits on you again.
何アゲンって、ワトソン何回かこの子の上にうっかり座っちゃったの？そんなにおっちょこちょいじゃないでしょ。あ、もしかしてまたこれ調べなきゃいけないかな。どうせあの人いるんでしょ。この人も暇だね。じゃあ調べましょう。土をまず調べよう。エグザミン。おお。あ、どこでピントが合ってるんだろう。これでピントがあったのか。
Selenite. White clay particles.
白い粘土？
Pyrite, otherwise known as fool's gold. Interesting. According to the color and its composition, I deduce that this sample is white clay. Now, I need to find which area near London this sample belongs to.
よかった。よくわからない2つのものは関係なかった。お、ちょうどピタッときちゃったよ。
The sample of dirt belongs to the White London clay region, located near the city of St. Albans.
オーバンズの近くにある土を調べる。
Let us analyze this blood sample.
どこでピントが合ってるのかよくわからない。
This blood has not coagulated well. It seems very liquid. That is strange. Let us see what is inside it. Hydrogen peroxide will bring any foreign matter to the surface. I must take a pipette and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide.
ピペット、これか。ピペットで、あ、これか。これを、こんな名前だったっけ？まあいいか。これしかないもんね。で、ドロップ。かわいらしい敵だな。なんて敵かって言ってたよね。
Water. This blood is heavily diluted with water.
ああ、水が混ざっちゃってるから凝固してないってことか。これで調べ終わっている。ワトソンは何も話はないだろうな。一応話しかけるか。
What should we do next, Holmes?
そうだね。そうしたらスコットランドヤードに行けばいいんだよね。ここじゃない、こちらだ。で、いつもここでつい気になって続きをやると毎回動画が長くなりすぎるので、今回はここで一旦終わりにして第3章の1回目はここで終わりにしたいと思います。次回はスコットランドヤードで容疑者の話を聞くところから始めたいと思います。ではではご視聴ありがとうございました。